last, and it keeps me going on. Oh, and I can't stop, no, I don't stop. It's only I can see. Even if I end up all alone, I know my destiny. My mama told me we all bleed the same son. Oh, prejudice and pride will make you change. Just always remember where you come from, 'cause I know you were born to break the chain. So I'm on my way. Yes, I'm leaving.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Well, we ain't on the mountain. Not today. Not today. We're actually going to help some friends, aka family, with a little issue. Mel ended up having some medical issues, and it kind of took her down for a couple of days where she ain't able to help out with that final push as far as physical anyways. She's still editing and doing her thing, but she's got to take it easy for a little while over there at Simple Life Reclaim, and they're on a major push right now to get into their basement. They're trying to get into the basement by the end of the weekend, so I decided to shut it down at Come On Mountain and go over there and help my family out a little bit. I don't know exactly what all we're in store for here today. I think we're gonna make some 3-tier bunk beds. I believe me and Gary's gonna get it in today. It's gonna be a good time, a lot of laughs, a lot of joking around, but a whole lot of hard work getting done. So we're gonna start this video off with that today, and then we'll get back to the mountain and continue building on that well house. All right, I made it to the 41.36, and Gary's already out here getting it.
Heck yeah.
So I told these guys earlier that I have no clue what I'm coming to do. So what are we doing?
So we are building bed frames and we are staining. So,
oh,
yeah.
Okay, a little stain, stain action.
Yeah, and if we can get to it, some bathrooms and plumbing fixtures and whatnot.
I think we can get to it.
Oh yes.
We got some plastic laid out here. Gary's in the process of building the master bed frame right now. This right here will actually end up getting cut out, and he'll put some drawers and stuff in here later on, but right now it's about getting them in the basement. So we're going to get these moved over there. I'm going to start staining while he's finishing up the last little bits on this second piece right here. Get this one stained and drying, and then we'll move on to building the bunk beds for the kiddos.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ahead and get at it.
that in the lot in the middle of the room, which I was gonna do. I was gonna do it that way.
Oh, that way, like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna remember that.
Like right, yeah, like right there.
So we would be able to
Barely squeak
barely
by.
squeak by, but at least on this side, it would be more open.
Would you rather it be like that, or would you rather what I would, you know, want to get up against this wall?
And then no, so
Unless you
just
got
add
6 inches.
6 inches to 81, which is 87 right there.
So
That would be giving you plenty of arm room.
Yeah.
you have to walk in and you're 87. You have to completely walk in.
That's close to
Create dog.
Didn't know I was moving or got past it. That's why I left it. Fuck this for here. Well, good morning. Welcome back to the mountain. Well, today is the day. We are actually going to start building on the well house today. We're going to go ahead and try to get the headers up and maybe even some of the rafters if it ends up being a good day and everything goes smooth. I'm already utilizing my new canopy that y'all seen me put up in the last video. I got all the tools that I'm going to need today here on this pallet. I also got my chop saw with the stand right there. I'm going to use Uber to just pick up the pallet, move all the tools over to the job site, and then use Uber to pick that up and put that over there as well. It just makes it a whole lot easier to be able to put up tools and to take tools out and keep everything in one place. Because here in Arkansas, you never know what the weather's going to be. It said 1% chance rain last night and today, and look at the ground. It actually rained for about an hour this morning. Well, good morning. Are you ready to get to work? Are you ready? I got the foremans out here ready to get the day started. But enough chit chat, and let's go ahead and get everything over to the work site, and then I'll explain to you what we're going to start with. right, guys, we got all set up. It actually took a little bit longer than I wanted it to because the generator was having issues. So I went ahead and cleaned the spark plugs, the spark averter or something I think it's called, and cleaned the air filter and all of that. It's up and going now, so now we can actually get to work. I also got my new saw set up here. I went ahead, even though it came with its own blade, I went ahead and put a 12-inch Diablo blade on there. I swear by the Diablo blades. They are amazing. They cut good and they last a long time, a lot better than the factory ones. Most of the time I keep the factory ones to be able to use when I need to cut something that will kind of mess up the blade. But now that we're all set up, what we're going to start with is we're going to go ahead and run a string line there with a level across and go ahead and get us some straight marks on the highest part, and then we'll do the same thing on the bottom down there to get our pitch. Same thing with the lean-to as well. Now we'll be cutting the top of the post with a chainsaw because it doesn't have to be perfect after I get the wood up there, and a chainsaw is just easier and quicker. All right, let's get this laid out so we can go ahead and get some boards in there. All right, we got the string line up. I got it marked with the Sharpie all the way around. That way if the string line gets bumped or cut or anything like that, it's no big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some 2x8s and we're gonna go ahead and put this header across the front. It's gonna be 2x8 in the front, 2x6 in the back, and all of the rafters are gonna be 2x6 as well. But we're gonna take it one by one, make sure these poles are level. This one right here is definitely twisted a little worse. It was already bent some when I put it up, but it's definitely gotten worse. It's nice and straight here, and you can see it kind of bend and twist right there. So I'm gonna start at this end. I'm gonna get this one nice with the edge, and then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna pry this one that way and try to straighten it up as much as possible. It's part of working with wood. It's gonna work, it's gonna twist. It's just part of it. All right, let's get some wood cut and go ahead and get this started. All right, we're making progress. We got all the headers up now. I got the 2x6 on the low end right here. I got a 2x8 on the high side right there. And I got a 2x6 over here on the low side of the lean-to. Now all I gotta do is start cutting the rafters for it. I gotta figure out what the angle is and go ahead and cut off the top of the 4x4s. The land does slope. This right here is the high side and it slopes down. So that's right there is why you got a little bit of 4x4 that goes down to nothing on both sides right there. Which means whenever I do the floor, I'm gonna end up having to level it off and then probably bring in a little bit of dirt before I pour the slab. But that ain't that big of a deal. I can grab dirt from around here, pack it up, and be good to go. I don't have the boards long enough right now for the rafters because they actually have to be a little bit longer than 10 foot with the slope that you have, which I didn't account for. It's been a while since I built anything, but I do have a dentist appointment in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some 2x6 pressure treated 12 footers. That way I could go ahead and cut to length what I need, which is actually gonna work out better anyways, because I actually wanna come past this a little bit and cap it right here to the end on each of them. And to be honest with you, after those 2x6s set for all that time over there, they're pretty warped up anyways. So I'll end up using them for blocking and some other projects and stuff. Ain't no big deal. I'll get my use out of them. I don't want to go ahead and mill the 2x6s for each one of those because the whole top of this structure and the post is all pressure treated. Being that I've already bought that much of it, I would like to go ahead and keep that part pressure treated, and I'll go ahead and mill the walls and the siding for it. But with the headers up, you can kind of start seeing what kind of shape it's going to be. It's going to have a decent slope right here, and there'll be solar panels on top of the roof on this side. And this side right here is also going to have a decent slope. And this right here is going to be the lean-to section right here with a little courtyard in the front. Should end up pretty nice. I'll bring y'all back whenever we get the 2x6s because I also got a couple other things to pick up while I'm in town. All right guys, well I made it back from Russellville this morning. My mouth is freaking killing me. They snatched all on my mouth trying to get that temporary crown out. They ended up having to numb the whole side of my face. But I did end up stopping and getting some supplies for the builds. Check this out. I ended up getting some more 2x6s, some 12 footers that'll be long enough for this span right here to be able to have a little bit of overhang on each side to catch the metal. But I also stopped and picked up the drip edge for the building, and I think they call this like J-channel or something like that. Then I went to Harbor Freight and I got a thicker extension cord, a 100 footer, because when I moved the generators over there, the cord's not long enough to reach the cabin, and I had to use a smaller one from there to there, and I'm losing a little bit of power. So I got a bigger extension cord. But check this out, guys. I got a Dewalt Table Saw that has the stand with the wheels, making it a lot easier for me to move it around by myself. And I've also been working on a project for Simple Life Reclaim, a little housewarming gift, because they're going to be getting in their basement here real soon. And I got a special little surprise that I'm in the middle of making right now, and I needed some supplies for that. See if you can guess what I'm building. I got some Big Daddy clamps. I also got some painting supplies. I got wood glue. I got screws. 2 different types of screws. I also got some polyurethane, a new router, and some router bits, and a couple of different grits of sandpaper. So the question is, what am I building them? I think it'd be cool to build them something off of my property for their property. I think it'd be a nice gesture. As you've seen earlier in the video, Mel is going through having shingles right now, and Gary is burning it at both ends right now. I'm glad I was able to go over there and actually give him a hand and help him out with some of the projects that he's got going on over there. And I still managed to go ahead and at least get the headers up on the building. It wasn't quite as much as I wanted to get done in this video, but with dentist appointments and helping family out and all of that, it's what I got. On the next video, we're gonna go ahead and get the rafters up and start getting ready for the metal deck. And also, I have a video coming soon of actually what I'm making them for their housewarming present. But I think that's gonna be about it for us today, guys. My dentist told me it probably wouldn't be a good idea for me to be beating around on wood today with what all they did to my mouth today. So I think I'm gonna call that a video, go ahead and start editing it for you guys. And until we see each other again, guys, come on. Let's go on another adventure.